Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. What's going on out there? What's going on, Ferg? You got me?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling, man. Just having a good old time over here in Seattle. It's nice and warm. I got my coat on though, because I'm weird. I don't know. Nothing much. How you doing?
Man, check it out. I'm just happy to be here. What's up, everybody out there? Man, we here today. Check this out. Happy new comic book day to everybody. I'll tell you right now, I'm a little bit under the weather. I'm feeling like pure dog crap. I told Ferg straight up, I said, I got to do it for the culture. And I tell you, dog, I knew if I got here, like I knew y'all was going to give me energy. I knew that. Because otherwise I'm just laying up in bed watching Netflix and I'm just like, yo, this is whack, dude. Like I got a show to do, you know what I'm saying? So I'm here for you, my dog. I'm here for y'all out there. Under this cap, I'm sweating. I got like, I don't know, fever sweat or whatever I'm saying. So we're gonna do this, baby boy. We're gonna do this. Check this out. Yeah, check this out. FOC week of August the 6th, ending on this Saturday. Y'all know how we do. FOC stands for Final Order Cutoff, meaning you got to get your orders in. You got to get your orders in before those shops get in their orders, because you don't want to miss out. As a matter of fact, it's what I'm gonna do, dog. Let me do this quick review and you can chime in on it.
Okay.
So for those of y'all that follow us on Instagram, you know that I post FOC top 10s. And, you know, I always do reviews of which books catch up, catch on, become. And like this was one of my top ones. Survival Street came out today. And this was either for me, I think this was either number 1 or number 2 on my top 10.
It was up there.
Yeah, it was up there. And, it's one of those obscure dark horse, but it's actually really, really good. Matter of fact, my shop sold out of them. They didn't have a lot of copies, heavy pre-orders. Then, of course, you do FOCs, you do pre-orders, you get a hold of these ratios. You remember Ellie's? Remember that? Remember?
Dude, yeah, I got that pre-ordered. I'm gonna pick it up later. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up later this week.
Yeah, I managed to get the and here's the thing. A lot of times, I don't know how everybody's shop is, but sometimes if you're cool with your shop, they'll sell you those ratios at cover price because you give them so much business. Like I know this was my number 1 pick about 3 or 4 weeks ago, was that Red Hood with the new Robin. By the way, excellent story. I love this girl already. Great character. Cool. Great character. And yeah, man. Yeah, let me see what else. I picked up this Virgin Variant of Twig. Like I said, I do pretty well with the shop, so they throw in those for me.
Yeah.
And I think this was actually kind of a flying under the radar book. Downright that you might want to go ahead and snatch that up. I managed to snag 2 copies, and these I know my store had like 4 or 5 different covers, and this one was like gone. This particular cover, I grabbed like 2 of them. Yeah. But I believe this is like first appearance of Red Canary.
Yeah,
I believe so. So yeah, man, that was a good grab. That's a great cover right there.
Cool.
And yeah, that's what we do, man. We do a top 10. Make sure we put out the information for everybody. Then you can follow us on Instagram. Matter of fact, you know how we're going to do. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's go ahead and give a shout out on Instagram. Let everybody know how we do. We gotta show some love. We don't do this too often. I'm sure you agree. We got to show some love to our homeboys at Tales from the Flipside, Dino, right?
Yeah, we sure do.
Yeah, Dino's who put us on. So shout out to Dino. Let's show his page real quick. Let's get that up there. Yeah, Dino put us on, man. So you can follow those guys. Tales from the Flipside. They got a ton of content, comic book and pop culture related.
VHS.
Like I said, what's up?
They do VHS too.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh, they do like VHS tape reviews.
Like grading and like speculation, kind of like
Oh,
comic books,
okay.
but yeah,
And
very
then, of
different.
course, we got Furbird the Nerd. Definitely follow
That's
him.
me.
Bro, I feel like you should have way more than 990 followers. That's just me. That's
Ye-
just me. The content that you put out is so epic. Like,
I
you know,
appreciate it.
nothing against nobody else. This ain't even about that. But I just show love. Like, I pay attention to who's doing what. And I'm just like, man, the stuff that you put out is just like invaluable. So yeah, I gotta give you your flowers on that. You know, I got my little 651 faithful few right there.
It is what it is. It is what
Yeah,
it
but
is, man.
hey, you know what? I drop gems, man. I do. I
Yeah,
gotta be on. I drop gems on a basis. I do comic book reviews. There's the
yeah.
top 10 right there. I do my heat checks. You know, I do mail calls, cover picks, all of that stuff. All right, so we got that out the way. Enough of that right there. Okay. This is what everybody's waiting for. Oh shit, Detroit in the house. DS Comics was going on. Yeah, man. So let's do what we do, what we came to do here. To start off with this week's FOC top 10. Let me get this set up real quick, man, because I got so much stuff out here in front of me, man. You couldn't even tell I'm sick right now because I'm so amped up. But like I said, man, I do this for the culture, man. You guys give me this energy, and I get excited. I get real excited when I get on and get out in front of y'all. But check this out. I want to see your reaction for this week because you have not seen this list, correct?
I never do. I'm never gonna open my presents early before Christmas, man. I
Okay,
refuse.
so
I refuse to watch. I refuse to watch
all
until
right,
Wednesday.
all right. So ho ho ho, here comes Black Santa.
All right,
So
see ya.
starting off at number 10, we do this FOC countdown style. Number 10, top 10 books to order, pre-order. This is a little something different, but this cover was so dope. I was like, you know what? You don't even have to be a fan, but this cover is worth it right there,
Oh,
man. Look at that joint. Yeah. Elvira in Horrorland number 4. That's an ill-ass Nightmare on Elm Street homage.
very nice.
I got to have it myself. They even got the tagline the same, you know, like that's so spot on. I was like, man, how can I not put this in the top 10? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That's a gem right there, man.
Who does?
I gotta have that.
What publisher is this again? Sorry, I
Oh,
forget.
this is I believe it's Dynamite.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
it's Dynamite. Dynamite does all the good girl stuff, like all the good girl, bad girls. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they sure do. They sure do.
Yeah,
I love it.
Elvira, Sheena, Red Sonja,
Hmm.
and Red Sonja's her whole universe expanded, so they got all kind of different Sonjas now.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, this awesome horror movie cover definitely broke the top 10. I'm
very
going to
cool.
go and pre-order it. I'm a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan, so I'm gonna have that. Coming in at number 9 on this week's FOC top 10 list. Again, more cover fire. And further to tell you, if she puts out a cover, she's going to crack the top 10. And this week she comes in at number 9. You know the artwork, don't you?
I don't, man. I don't want to mess this one up. Why don't you school me for a sec, man? I don't know who did this.
Let me see if anybody in the homies gallery knows whose artwork that is. But I can't even claim to be like a Sheena fan like that. But
Yeah.
I'm such a huge fan of her artwork. I've actually been collecting all these Sheena books with
Mhm.
her cover. And this is Sheena number 9. This is none other than Rose Besh.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm telling
that's
you,
different. That is different.
bruh, if you want cover fire, Rose Bess's covers are so dope. Like like you said, they're so different. Her line work is so original. Yeah, BK Sean, he got it with
BK
the
got it.
best. Yeah, it's so dope. It's sexy. I love the line work. It's yeah. Go look at her Sheena Queen of the Jungle. Look at all her covers. This is cover D. So if you're like me and you like cover fire, you got to grab that cover D. You got to pre-order because quite honestly, most shops do not get all the way down to D when it comes to Sheena. So if you pre-order this, you'll probably be the only cover that you'll get for that Rose Best. All right, so
Cool.
coming in to number 8. Now, number 8, again, we got a theme going with cover fire. Yeah, Wolves One said her silk cover is dope. Yeah, all of Rose Best's covers, they like pop off. They pop off the racks. All right, so number 8, this is another pure cover play unless you are a DC fan. I don't know if you're a DC fan like that. Yeah. All right. Well, this again, this is another dope cover. I was like, how can I not put this on the show? Like, I got to do it. Coming in number 8 is this ill
Oh,
ass. Is that not beautiful?
that's really cool, man. I like the font. I'm a big font guy. No, man,
You
that's
are a
a
big font guy.
I
Yes.
love fonts, man. I should get a tattoo. I like fonts so much. Yeah, no, I like this one, man. This is cool.
Yeah, this is Superman Warlord Apocalypse #1. So one shot. It's Superman versus Mongols, like this ongoing series. This is a one shot. But this one right here is cover C. It's one of those distressed covers that are really popular in the past few years.
Yeah.
This cover, I'm from the 80s. I don't know how old everyone is, but I'm from the 80s. And I remember like Quest for Fire or like Flash Gordon or those old 80s sci-fi. It kind of had fonts like this, kind of like a Boris Vallejo type look to it.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, this, like you said, the font, the distress cover, this is everything, dude. I love it. Have you ever heard of Phantom Star Killer?
I have. This, you know what? When you first presented this book, I thought two things immediately. I thought either a homage to Conan, or
Yeah, Conan. Yeah.
and you're an 80s child of the 80s. Beastmaster kind of
Thank you. Yes,
threw me out there a
Beastmaster,
little
Conan
bit.
the Barbarian, all of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the
And I'm
Beast
pretty
movies,
sure
man.
that's what he went for.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it though, man. It's cool.
Yeah, something like that with the pure nostalgia of it. It's got to
Yeah.
crack the top 10. So coming in at number 8, Superman Warlord Apocalypse. That is cover C.
Cover
Steve
C?
Beach. Yeah, the distressed variant. Phantom Star Killer. The reason I brought it up because I think it was about 3 years ago. It was like one of the first books that I saw that did like a distressed VHS cover. It's so sick.
Yeah.
I got it graded and signed 9.8. And I noticed, I don't know if it's the first one, but I kind of noticed that when Phantom Star Killer did that VHS cover, like everyone started doing that VHS cover.
A little bit.
So I'm a huge fan of these throwback distress covers. All right, moving on to cover C. You couldn't even tell I'm sick, but trust me, I am. So yeah, latest and greatest from Image. Have you heard about this one, Old Dog?
I haven't.
Okay, so yeah, at number 7, we got the first issue of Old Dog. When you read the solicitation, it's like an ex-CIA agent. He loses years of his life and he gets pulled back in. So, we all heard of like the one last mission type deal. But if you look this up, when I saw his design, it kind of reminded me of Hardigan from Sin City. I don't know if you ever read Sin City, that Yellow Bastard. You ever read that story?
A long time ago. I don't really remember it. Excuse me, to be honest, but yeah.
But do you remember? Have you ever seen the Robert Rodriguez movie?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this guy, like this character, it's got that kind of Hardigan feel to it, and it's got the CIA, and like I said, he like loses years of his life. It kind of sounds like, I don't know if you've ever seen the Asian thriller Old Boy, like one of the greatest Asian movies ever.
Haven't seen it.
No, I never seen. All right, so you got to check it out. Everybody in the chat, you need to go check out Old Boy ASAP. Not the Spike Lee version, but the original foreign version. But it's kind of got that old boy type vibe to it. So yeah, with that, this cracks the top 10 at number 7. Let's move on to number 6. Number 6, if you're a fan of House of Slaughter, you have to get the body bag variants. The body bag variants are insanely sick. They are disgusting. They are grotesque, which makes them absolutely awesome. But yeah, you pretty much got to special order these because a lot of shops don't even get them.
Yeah.
They come covered in poly bag, and this is the current artwork being released. So yeah, this is the body bag variant. Let's move on to number 5. Number 5. Now this next one, again, it's not like really a major book, but when I pop it up there, you'll see why I cracked the top 10 this week.
Oh, cool.
I mean, come on, Ghost Rider and Wolverine. Like, like enough said, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Enough said on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, chains and claws, baby. Anytime you get chains and claws together, yeah, you kind of, Got to give it a look. So,
yeah, I was gonna say that the chains look very Hellraiser in this cover. No, it's dope. I like it. Nice
I
choice,
actually
man.
had that in my notes, and you said it for me, so I ain't even gotta say it.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
for sure. Yeah. All right, so now we're cracking the top 4.
Cool.
So it got tough around these top 4s
Yeah.
right here, because you know how it is that the competition gets kind of stiff.
Sure.
But coming in number 4 is my baby boo, none other than Yara Floor. You already know what time it is with her.
Beautiful.
I always got to give a shout out to Joelle Jones for creating this character. This is one of my favorite characters currently, one of the best new characters, in my opinion, of the past few years. This is the Wonder Girl 2022 annual number 1. There are a few covers, but like number 1 with the portrait, that's just so gorgeous. Is like, why,
It's
you
very
don't even need
beautiful.
to. Yeah, so it's one of those things. It's like a $6 book, so it's one of those things where you pretty much gotta go ahead and pre-order it so you can try to save some money, get a discount. So here we go. Get into the top 3. Nope.
Of course, man.
Nope. Number 3. Look, she has been having a takeover. The Harley Quinn takeover continues, but she got bumped down to number 3 because you just saw the top 2. So she has some hard competition this week. And number 3, you gotta love that Batman Jim Lee Hush variant. Harley Quinn's doing her thing. She's popping a bubble gum. She's got her gun on deck. She's just putting herself in all the classic Batman covers, and I love it for I love her for that. So yeah, I'm collecting all of these. I got them all on pre-orders, and gotta have it. Yeah, it's a must-have. Pushing my vocals to the limit. Number 2, you already saw it. New Black Panther number 9 introduces a brand new villain, the colonialist. Yeah, like I had to practice saying that, the colonialist. But nah, this is Black Panther coming off of all this stuff where his own kingdom was trying to take over and kick him out. Now he's got to deal with this. So
interesting.
Nice little spec. Yeah, new character, new villain coming in.
Yeah.
And oh, hey, Liberty Hill. Is this Dr. Paul? Liberty Hill Comics and Cards? I'm not sure if that's Dr. Paul, but he's an amazing guy. He does some excellent cleanup work. Like you two are like up there in terms of cleans and pressing. This guy does miraculous work.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, for sure, man. I follow him. He has, if anybody just want to look him up, his information, he puts out some very informative cleaning YouTube videos, just invaluable information. The doctor's in the house. Yes, sir.
Very nice.
Yeah, the cleaning doctor, he's the real deal, man. The stuff he does is miraculous. Follow him on Instagram. Matter of fact, you know what? We got to show love to the people. Like I said, I do this for the culture. We got to go ahead and take a few seconds to see if we can get his Instagram page. Dr. Paul is the real deal, man. And when you follow him, you'll see the type of stuff he's doing. Let's go ahead and share his page real quick, and then we'll get to number 1. Booms to boom booms boom 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 booms to boom booms boom 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 booms to boom 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 to boom 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 boom. All right. Yeah, definitely give this guy a follow. Paul Kosnick on Instagram. A PhD in comicology. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. All right. Number 1. Here we go. It's pretty easy. It's what's dope right now. Ooh, let's get that up there correctly. There we go. Edge of Spider-Verse number 3. All the edges are introducing brand new characters, so you kind of got to get them all. Yeah. Great covers. This is cover A, by the way. Like, there's no need to get a design variant or anything. Cover A is gorgeous. Yeah, cover A is gorgeous. And yeah, man, Edge of Spider-Verse is putting out new characters. They're introducing new storylines. It's one of those things you never know how hard it's going to spec. So you definitely want to make sure you pre-order it before stores sell out. Of course they're going to Of course, they're going to order enough copies. Of course they are. But if you're like me, what I like to do is get enough copies and then dig through them and try to get the highest close to 9.8s possible. I know you do the same thing.
No. I just get
No, you
whatever.
don't do that. Oh, okay. Oh, we're gonna be humble pie about it.
No.
I know I
I'm
do.
messing with you.
I know I do.
I'm messing with
Yeah.
you. I'm messing with you.
But anyway, there you have it, folks. Thanks for joining us, and let's go ahead and get the market report.
All right,
Get
I
you
just
going,
loaded it
man.
up
Here
there.
you are.
All right, man. I know, Jay, you're not feeling too good, so I'm gonna try and squeeze through this real quick here.
You, baby. I'm a soldier.
All right, we got our bird watch for week 1 of August 2022 here. I did a little something different this week. I know I say that every week, but you'll kind of see. So again, I got 3 picks on the dip. 1 for the short term, 1 for the long term. And if I had extra money, kind of threw that segment in last week. And so I only got 4 sides today. So let's get into it.
Nice. Oh, yes.
So, you know this? Do you know
Yes,
this book?
love it.
Future First?
Oh,
right.
man, I love it. This is one of my favorite. Man, go ahead with it. Yes.
Oh, it's all good. So this is
man.
the Virgin variant of this book. It's White Fox. It's kind of an origin story about White Fox. This was my Whatnot kind of purchase type of deal on Whatnot last year. And whenever I found a clean copy, I'd bid like $100 and I get shelled out. I finally got one, submitted it, thankfully got 9.8. I was like, oh dude, I'm
Woo, baby.
Yeah, $600 or whatever, right? Well, This book has come down quite a bit. And my kind of philosophy with investing or just getting into books in general is obviously buy not necessarily like at the low, but don't buy at the at the height, right? So last year this book was going for like, like I said, like 1 to 200, 250 raw. It's an incredibly tough 9.8 because obviously like the dark cover there, it's beautiful cover. In-Hyuk Lee is the artist on this book, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's dipped. I looked at this just kind of out of curiosity the other day. Just with all the news with Black Panther, I knew all that stuff was going to be hot, and so I was kind of bobbing and weaving a little bit. So saw this for 250 go, or a 9.8 go for 250, and I was like, huh, that just seems a little bit like a bargain for not only White Fox, which is a Korean character. She's going to come to MCU in like, maybe 4 or 5 years. She might come to a cartoon property, but it's just a beautiful cover in general. I mean, In-Hyuk Lee is, I think, super underrated. This is super tough at 9.8 because of the dark cover. So for 250, I was like, shoot, I might as well get another copy. Scooped it up. Good to go. My second slide.
That's a great pick, man. I'm all over that one.
Yeah. So I know like the keys to books or to characters and value is always first appearances, right? You always want to get the first appearance. You can't really beat an Amazing Fantasy number 15 or, a UF4 number 4. Name a character, first appearance, Amazing Spider-Man 300, right? Well, I think I always find that the second appearance is, if I can't spend, $5,000 on a Amazing Spider-Man 300, I'll just get the second appearance of Eddie Brock Venom and 301 or whatever for like 200, 300, right? Facts. So I kind of focused on the newer characters that are kind of in this phase that we're currently in. So not in particular order, but if you're looking at Incredible Hulk number 100, the second appearance of Amadeus Cho, you can still find this for like $8. It's a 100-page book. So it's pretty thick. Your next book there, Amazing Spider-Man number 11, I think. I can't remember exactly the book, but second appearance of Spider-Gwen. And this goes for like 10 to 15, maybe. I see eBay people try and ask $25 for this book, but I like this one out of all 4 of these the most. That Captain Marvel number 17. I don't know if you guys know about the second print, but this is the second appearance of Kamala Khan. The second print is astronomical. I won't even go for the second print, but this one, wow, you can find for like maybe $90, $80 in 9.8. And if you're either an investor or just want a collector in general or a fan of Kamala, that's a great, alternative to paying like $300, $400 for her first appearance. And then I don't know if this is the right second appearance. In my opinion, it's not, but this is what the market's saying. This is Black Panther #3 from 2004, I want to say. It's a second appearance of Shuri. I don't know if it's as a Black Panther or just Shuri in general, but I did this cover anyway, and you can still find this book for like 10 to 15 at your local comic book store. And it's a kind of a tough 9/8 because of the glossy cover, and color breaks are just very synonymous with this cover. But kind of my general idea about collecting, if you can't get the first appearance, second appearance isn't a bad alternative. And your kind of risk reward is you don't really have to invest a lot into it because whatever. Now, if you are trying to invest in this, you want to go for a 9/8 because the 9/8, 9/6 disparity in second appearances, particularly, it's huge. You could be paying like grading fees plus cover for a 9/6 in some cases. So kind of something to be aware of out there. All right, we're cruising through today. We got to get Jay back to sleep here.
I'm taking notes on all this.
All right, second to my last slide here. Invincible Iron Man #3, 1 in 25 variant. This is the first appearance of Riri's suit.
Oh wow.
2021 Raws were going for 300 to 500 last year. I saw 9/8 go for as high as 1,200.
I've never seen this cover.
Oh, you haven't seen this cover?
I've never seen this cover.
It's a really, it's an issue 3 book, so not that many were ordered back then. I don't know the exact Comic Con numbers.
And this is her posing with her suit.
Correct. Yeah, and inside the actual pages, she actually is in the suit itself. So in a way, you could say this was the first like appearance of Ironheart, but we're just gonna go with the suit just to be on the safe side. Either way, he will love this cover. Currently, you can get it for around 200 to 400. It is creeping up a little bit, so I bought a 9/8 because I just wanted. I bought a bunch of these not a bunch, but I bought a couple years ago. Couldn't get a 9/8, and so I said, you know what? I like this cover. I like Riri. I'm just going to buy the 9/8. I saw on the dip from 12 to 700, and I'm just going to keep it and see what Maybe I'll keep it for a while. I don't know. Might flip it. Appreciate that, Liberty Hill Comics, with the comment on the White Fox pick. I agree.
Yeah, it's really hard to find these second printings and different covers for everyone's like chasing after all these Riri covers right now.
Yeah, and I think the thing is like Riri is kind of like on the rise again. I mean, she was definitely on the rise last year, but she's part of Phase 4, possibly Phase 5. We don't really know, but it's almost like a guaranteed like. Kind of, obviously try and get it as low as you can, but I'd shoot for a 9/8 in this book because it's just a really tough book to grade in 9/8. So,
yeah, I think with specs like these, you have two different types of market rises. You have the inside market, like people like us who are hardcore fans. We're the ones chasing after or going after to secure these books.
Yeah,
in the first rise. And then you have the secondary market, the second rise when they go mainstream.
Yeah.
And then like the casual collector / investor, then they're trying to get them. So I'm glad you do these market reports because all these books are on the dip right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Even though they still sound kind of high, but like I'm really going after that White Fox Virgin. I looked up the CGC census while you were talking, and there's only 69.8s out there.
Yeah, and like I said, like the previous one I was saying, like I mean for 250, like in that kind of 1 in 100, that's like $100 right there, right? And then you got to think, how hard is it to get a 9/8 quality shootouts? Pay the extra 150, and you're kind of guaranteed. You put it, either display it or put away for like a few years until White Fox comes to MCU, because she's on her way. I mean, I'm pretty confident on that, right? So. Anyway,
I mean, if anybody if you follow me on Instagram, I was posting about Death of Doctor Strange White Fox, which has that backstory with Lin Lee when he shattered his sword and went to Kunlun and eventually became the new Iron Fist. So, like you said, there's a whole lot going on with the Asian characters. They're going to have a major push in the next few years.
Yeah,
so
and kind of piggyback what you just said, like there's a lot of, I feel like Swordmaster is like kind of the Spider-Man of the Asian, MCU, Southeast Asian, whatever you want to call it. And I kind of
Yeah.
feel like White Fox could kind of be your Spider-Gwen, because a lot of people like her, and she's from a really big, like a pretty well-known country, Korea.
Oh yeah,
and she's got a lot of appearances too. So,
oh yeah, that South Korean pop culture, combo culture is huge, man.
yeah,
It's big
really
time.
good stuff.
Hey, they put out one of my favorite movies in recent memory, Parasite. Love that movie.
Oh my God, man.
God, I love Parasite so much. I'm just a huge look. I could put together a list of just Korean dramas and thrillers, and you'll be a happy camper. Like, if you haven't seen Parasite, you got to see Parasite. If you haven't seen, I'm not even gonna get started, man. I go down that rabbit hole. We'll be here all day. But hey, man, great list. I
got one more.
Oh, go ahead with it, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I'll be looking all this stuff up, adding it to my list, and I got to go chase after them.
All right. So this is my last one. I know Jay's not feeling well. He sounds
good,
fine
man.
to me. I mean, but like
I told you, yo, I do it for the culture. Y'all give me energy, but when it's done, I'm just gonna go pass out.
He's gonna fall asleep in about 2 minutes. I'll make this real quick.
No, we good.
My last pick for if I won the lottery on Saturday, that mofo in Chicago, whatever.
There it is.
I know this is. Wow. I don't know. I was thinking about like books that were just kind of like ghosts, or just kind of like urban legends, if you will. And I wasn't sure if people in the community knew about this UF4 newsstand or how much it goes for. Everyone knows about the Jurdevic variant, but I personally like. I think this is more of like a funny kind of pulp culture theme, because newsstands were almost ghosts anyway in the 2009 to 2011, right? Yeah. So it's always an interesting find to me in general, like that era of newsstands. Anyway, so I've never seen this book in person. I've only heard things about it. I've heard stories about people see it at like Walden Books, like back in the day, and they just like, oh, that's kind of cool, and like, oh shoot, I should have picked up one. I would have been like, making 5 figures on a book, right?
That'd be me. That was
yeah,
me.
exactly, man. It's crazy, right?
At the time, and I remember my thought process at the time. I was so done with the Ultimate Universe. Mm-hmm. I was just like,
yeah, and it's like I was out of comics from like 2005 to 2015, so I wouldn't even like. I'd think, oh man, I know, our Spider-Man is like Peter Parker, right? So it just never spoke with me, right? But I just thought it was very interesting that this is the newsstand of newsstands of the modern era, you know what I mean? So
definitely.
I can't even find any eBay sales for this book. The last big sale I saw was 2020. A 9.0 went for 8,100, and that's before. That was during the pandemic, I guess. So, and the video game probably came out around that time. But pure collectors are probably looking for this in 9.8. I only saw 3 listings. 1.80 that was asking for like 20 grand for it, and then 2 9.4s for 16K, which it's just an amazing, that's definitely
for a modern book. That's crazy.
For a modern newsstand book, right? I mean, it's
UF4 is like this is the grail of modern books.
Exactly. This is the LeBron James of like, of comic books. And
in hindsight, I wish I used my stimulus money checks to hunt one of these down.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know, right? You just don't know.
Yeah.
So, but who knows, man? Whatever. But that's my list, man. That is my list.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Everybody smash that like button. We're putting out some dope content for you. Excellent stuff. FOC Top 10, Market Report. Anything you want to add at the end here, man?
No, man. Well, yeah, I am doing my Whatnot show, not immediately after this, but in about 15 minutes. I got a little contest, drawing type of deal, and then I always do slabs because I think I got 26 new slabs today. So y'all come through. I sell everything. I price everything to sell. So come through, follow me on Whatnot. In about 15 minutes, I'll be streaming that show. Jay, you need to go to bed. Get some of that. Get some of that. I was gonna say milk of magnesia, but that's wrong.
Normally I would hit up your whatnot, but no, I'm about to crash out.
No, man.
As soon as we log off, I'm good.
You need to boil some ginger and get some like sugar in there, and then just rest the body, man. Rest the body.
That's what I'm gonna do. Thanks for that. Thanks for everybody coming out. We will catch y'all next week.
All right. Thanks so much, everybody.